This is Dublin, the capital city of the Republic of Ireland. Today, it's a peaceful European city with a population of around 500,000. But in the 9th century, the city was called Dublin, and it was the home of a settlement of Vikings. Since the first recorded ambush on Lindisfarne on the north coast of England in June 793, the Vikings built an unrivaled reputation as a race of bloodthirsty warriors that committed atrocities wherever they went, with little regard for national borders. The Vikings raided and occupied parts of Ireland for the best part of 2 centuries, but never fully subdued the native Gaelic insurgency. Many of the stories of this time are told at the city's popular Dublinia Museum, but the reputation of the Vikings as barbarian invaders has been re-examined in recent years, and it is now that we are learning that the people from Scandinavia were actually traders, travellers and migrants with a global reach that extended through Europe to North America and the Middle East. And over 1,000 years after the end of the Viking era, new technology, working in tandem with old skills, is teaching us that their success was due less to mindless brutality and more to their feats of naval engineering. The town of Roskilde is around 30 kilometres west of Copenhagen and sits at the head of the Roskilde Fjord. In Viking times, the town was the capital of Denmark and a vital trading centre. Today, it's home to the Viking Ship Museum and a groundbreaking Viking research project. There had always been rumours that Viking chiefs had had their ships deliberately sunk in the Roskilde Fjord in order to protect the capital from attack from the sea. For years, fishermen and divers had been finding parts that could have come from Viking ships in shallow water at Skuldelv, 20 kilometres from Roskilde. But it wasn't until 1962 that work began to excavate this area of the fjord, and 5 ships emerged from the mud. It is probable that the ships had been at the bottom of the fjord since the 11th century. They were in thousands of pieces, and this left the archaeologists with a massive, intricate jigsaw puzzle that would take them many years to solve. Every piece of timber needed to be carefully recorded and preserved so that the ships could be rebuilt in the museum that had been specially constructed at Roskilde. The Viking Ship Museum at Roskilde is more than just a museum. It's also home to a research institution and a working boatyard where they use experimental archaeology to uncover the secrets of the Viking shipbuilders' prowess. The team of archaeologists and shipbuilders at Roskilde take all the information from the remains found at the bottom of the fjord and use it to create 1 to 10 scale models of the ships. These models then provide the template for full-scale reconstructions that are built in the shipyard. Importantly, the entire process of building the replica ships is done using reproductions of tools that would have been used by the Vikings. Careful analysis of the marks on the timber and the accumulated knowledge from previous finds of Viking Age tools from places as far away as Canada help the shipbuilders to understand which tools must have been used. Finally, the completed replica ships are sailed and tested at sea in all weather conditions. And it is through this process of testing the ships in the water that some of the most valuable information is obtained. The Sea Stallion from Glendalough is the replica ship built from the skeleton of the Skuldelv II longboat. Skuldelv II was a 30-metre ocean-going longship, a ship of war, which would have been manned by a crew of 65 to 70 warriors. Analysis of its timber revealed that the ship must have been built in Ireland, probably in the vicinity of Dublin, around the year 1042. Reconstructing the ship took over 3 years, and when it was complete, it was successfully sailed back to Dublin. While the structure of the ship was authentic, the Sea Stallion had added GPS to ensure the safety of the 65-strong modern-day crew. And this modern addition only goes to highlight the extraordinary feat of the Viking shipbuilders and sailors. They rose to power not just through brute force, but with ingenuity and maritime excellence.